We have now reached the penultimate episode, the second to last episode of the first season of It Welcome to Derry. This video is already off to a rough start because I am currently unable to record directly into my PC. I'm having issues with my video card and my capture card. I will get these resolved as soon as I can, but for this week's video, I am recording on my phone. I don't really know where to look, which is a little different. So if you catch me, it looks like I'm glancing to the side. That is my bad. I apologize profusely for this. There won't be the little intro cut video blurb. So let's just dive into it before we get started. Thank you so much for watching the video. I would ask you to subscribe to the channel, all those good things. You can also follow me on X, Rumble, and on, what else am I on? X, Rumble, and Instagram. I'm on all those places. You can find me on all those spots. So I really, really, really like this episode of It Welcome to Derry. It is definitely has one kind of major qualm. This is me just more being annoyed that I'm taken out of the realism of the episode, and that's not it's not a huge qualm that I have with it. It doesn't knock on the storytelling. It doesn't impact the fantastic acting. It's just something that I'm kind of bothered by. So I just have to get over it. I'm gonna spoil this. I feel like I can't really talk about this particular episode without digging into some spoilers, so we're definitely going to go that route. If you haven't seen this episode, I would recommend not watching it. I'm not going to do huge, massive spoilers, but I'm going to talk about how the episode ends, one of the major events that transpires, and then get into some nitty gritty of the details about where I think the story is going next, or the stuff I like about the particular lore dumps and things we've learned about the characters and the creature. So, the last episode finished with the bad local townspeople trying to go after one of our main characters in this kind of speakeasy bar restaurant kind of in the woods, and as a result they go after him. They are repelled by his friends, and instead they decide to just burn the whole building to the ground, as one does when they're trying to go after somebody. So it's really weird because generally when there's a fire, the smoke kills you. And it's weird because they're all trapped inside this building, and yet they're walking around and doing things and having conversations for 10 minutes while the building is just burning around them. And there's clearly smoke everywhere, but they're not really bothered by it. People aren't even coughing or dying, which is generally what happens when your lungs are immediately filled with smoke and ash. So that aspect of it is very weird. It's a very, very, very obvious what should be happening to all these characters. It really does suck the realism out of it if you know the very basics about fire and biology and human anatomy. So I was kind of annoyed by that, but that's really the only thing that bothered me about this episode. Everything else I thought was great. We have a huge lore dump sequence at the beginning. We get a pretty extensive glimpse into why Pennywise the dancing clown is the form that it chooses to take so often. And I'm not surprised that we got that particular piece of storytelling. I am surprised that we got it in the first season. I figured that would be something that we would kind of get down the line. It's actually a pretty interesting concept. We get the human version of Pennywise in the episode. It's just Bill Skarsgård clearly just wearing some clown makeup. It's not the heavy prosthetics or anything like that. It's just a dude who's an entertainer and a clown, and he's got his daughter that he loves and cares for, and she is a present day character as well. And we get some flashbacks between her and her father, and we find out why Pennywise is now taking that's the form that it has chosen to take. So I think that's really cool. I was also really taken by how good the performances are. The young actors that they've gotten have been really strong throughout this entire season, and I think it really kind of hits its peak here. They've gotten really, really capable young actors to inhabit all of these parts, and they all really do tremendous work. There's a ton of like range and emotion and really intense performances from some of these young actors. And I really do think they deserve all the credit in the world for the job that they've done. Really strong casting. They've inhabited these characters well. The writing is great, and they've just made it work in some really interesting and cool ways. And I think it really kind of reaches its peak. The actors are really pushed hard in this episode, significantly harder than they are anywhere else in the series so far. And I think that works really, really well. It's kind of a heavy burden to bear for young actors, and they really do a fantastic job. So we also get some like pretty significant twists about like what exactly is General Shaw's motivations. Is he like maybe got some good things? Is he just a full-blown like evil supervillain? We get some answers here. I won't spoil them, but we do get some more information about Shaw and kind of what he wants to do in terms of like keeping it caged or unleashing it. We now kind of find out what his real actual deal is. So we also get some pretty good kills. It does some pretty gruesome things in this episode, and it's pretty great. The ending is a like pretty significant cliffhanger, and I'm really excited what they do with the last episode. We get it using the deadlights multiple times to like paralyze people and put them into like these weird comas. It's great. So we get a lot of like that his like powers that we're kind of used to, and it's cool to see those flexed in this particular episode. That's really all I have to say. I think this is a great episode. It's probably my favorite one so far, although I didn't like the unrealistic portrayal of people burning to death in a building and dying of smoke inhalation. Yes, that's my only complaint. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, found it helpful, I hope you would subscribe to the channel. Next week, we'll be back on track filming it the right way, and I'll see you next Saturday, like I do every Saturday, every weekend at 9 a.m. Thanks.